So today we are going to talk about the mod Galac-Tac Retribution, which was released on the 4th of May and produced by Vanguard Studios. This mod is an alternative to the main quest with everything you would expect from normal faction wars to even an end screen, which is quite nice, honestly. The mod also includes some additional changes to the mods it requires to be played, like Def UI, Overlay Framework, Remnant's Bunker, the RU556 Armory project, also letting you change what each mod kind of does for the game, especially with the UI that can change what sort of UI you're going to have with certain helmets and stuff like that, which I thought was pretty nice and kind of different to what normally happens with the helmets you wear in the game, but yeah. The mod also adds lots of new armor with a ton of customization, and it even allows the gunners to change the types of equipment that they use from the plain vanilla green go burr to some nice Galactac armor, which more so just looks like something that came out of DayZ if we're going to be completely honest, but it's still a nice change. Now I'm going to discuss the problems with the mod. First off, I'd like to say that it's a great mod, and I don't wish any ill will to the creators. I've enjoyed my time with it, but there are some issues that make it hard to fully be immersed in the experience and 100% enjoy it. Like the minor game breaking issues to the major ones that stop you from playing and you have to spend a few hours trying to figure out what the fuck is going on because everyone's asleep and you don't have anyone to help you. So there's some minor issues like I had this one where Vlad, one of the companions you can get in the game, he just started turning hostile for no reason. I went through a whole bunch of console commands trying to fix it and had a whole bunch of people in the Discord also trying to help with it, but we couldn't find a solution to it other than reloading all the save, which, yeah, I ended up actually doing. Also had another problem with the end title screen, the end screen at the end of the game, obviously, where it just wouldn't load or load and then go to a black screen and nothing would happen. This is apparently because Mod Organizer 2 didn't install the end screen properly, which I thought was a bit strange. I don't know how that happens, but the solution turns out to be pretty easy. Just go open 7-zip, extract the folder, the video into your data folder, and you should be set. And you shouldn't have any problems with that. But they were the main two ones I had. Also, I had one where if I did a quest step out of order, it would break and not load, and I'd have to reload an old save. So other than that, it wasn't too bad. So they're thinking of fixing most of this in the next update, so that should be nice with actually being able to play through it with it without as many bugs, but I'm sure they won't be able to get it fully clean in one update, but they might surprise me, I don't know. Yeah, so we're going to talk about some minor complaints I had with the mod. So there was this mission with Gunner's Plaza towards the start of the campaign where you would have to go to a certain spot, stand there and get Noble to come over and you have a conversation with him and him nuke the area for you. But for some reason in my game, the gunners would detect us from the train line that we were standing at and start opening fire on us, stopping Noble from being able to do the bombing, making the thing much harder where I had to actually go clear out every gunner first and then call in the bomb run so the quest would continue. Then after that, I had the problem of going into the basement first. Now, this is a bug I never knew existed until I spent about half an hour trying to find a fix. So apparently, if you do go to the basement first, and if you don't do any of the quest steps in the right order, it will just not set things in its proper spot. So I went to the basement first, doing what I would normally do to clear Gunner's Plaza. Now, while I was in the Gunners Plaza, I cleared the basement, then went up to the main part of the building, cleared that all out, went and did the stuff that we had to do for the quest. And then it said go gather more intel. So I went back down to the basement because I saw there was a quest marker there earlier, and spent about 10 minutes looking around for anything in the room that would be counted as intel. But it turns out that if you go clear the basement first and not go through the main door, you won't be able to find the intel, forcing you to reload an auto save. Which this was quite annoying because I spent about maybe 2 hours just like trying to do possible things to find this, but no. Also, the front of the base. There's also an issue with later on in the Quincy quest where you have to go do a bunch of clear out the place, but instead of going to the location you're meant to, the AI just runs into the base, forcing you to just have to go use console commands to resurrect the NCPs, but I think you didn't have to do that. I think you could have just continued, but yeah, it's something to be careful of if you're going to play through it. Yeah, so if you have any problems with the mod, I'd suggest going to the Discord server and asking for help. People in there will most likely help you out with your problem and find a fix, which is quite nice, because I know a lot of mods, you're going to have to go to the mod page on the Nexus, wait for ages for a response. Yeah, so that's fun. But hopefully this is a sign that they're willing to build a community and keep supporting their mod, which is probably the most important thing. And hopefully it doesn't get abandoned after like the second update or whatever, where there's still possibly bugs that are gonna just loom there forever with no proper fix. So hopefully it's a sign that they're actually willing to make their mod work. Okay, so we're gonna talk about the ending of the mod where, you know, if you don't want spoilers, you should probably click off now, but that's up to you. So at the end of the mod, you go through and destroy the Institute. That's pretty normal, whatever, Fallout 4 things. Then later on, you go to the surface and you speak to Winters, an Enclave soldier. Now, they do tie his name, and not the full character though, but back to America Rising mod. So if you thought that name was familiar, you probably played that mod and have heard him. And I think one of his like associates was also named something similar to what it was in America Rising. But basically, then it plays the end title card, which I personally thought was done okay, but could be better. I just kind of thought it was not really saying anything profound. Not like Fallout 4's did, but like they could have done something like Vegas more so, where it like actually goes through everything. I know that'd be a lot of time and all, but still, I just feel like it was lacking. Then you get sent to an Enclave oil rig base, which I don't know why they have another oil rig base. Don't ask me, considering most of the Enclave just doesn't exist, but the people who sent you there are in like kitted armor. You don't worry about that though. And for some reason, when you go to the said base, they still have the defenses on. I don't know why they're still got the defenses on. If they're giving you the base, they would have turned the defenses off before. They own it. They have control to do that. But no, they're just like, nah, you can go clear it out because you have nothing else better to do. But then there's also a Deathclaw in there. How did they manage to get a Deathclaw from inland onto an oil rig? Now, I would like some explanations, but I'm not going to really ask for them because it's just going to be dumb. Like, they carried him in a vertibird and like some fucking cage shit. And yeah, that's whatever. But I noticed in the ending as well, like when you're clearing out this base, it also, I don't know what happened, but I heard a second Deathclaw, and then I cleared every floor, and there was no second Deathclaw, and I couldn't access the settlement there, so I had to just use console commands to kill all, and it fixed the problem. But then you have to go fly on back to magical FOB, and then you talk to Thingy, to Ghost, and the game, and the mod finishes. and you get a nice little card saying thank you for playing. So yeah, that's basically the ending. I didn't really enjoy it personally, but you know, here we are. I'm sure some people will. I don't know. Yeah. No, thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it or found it informative. Also, the links to the mod and the Discord will be in the description. And for anyone interested, also go down into the comments and tell me your thoughts, if you played it or if you're thinking of it. Even if you disagree with some of the stuff I said, I'm interested in knowing your opinions. And thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll upload soon. Bye.